Hey there, Airsofters. Cody and Mike here. We're going to give you an overview of Operation Jaguar IV coming up here September 19th. Make sure you check it out on our Facebook page.
All right, first thing I'm going to go over is our general concept for the game. Those of you who have been out to Jaguar before or even heard about it, you kind of know the general scheme of things. It's an open game. All right, we're not holding your hands. This is a sandbox. Jaguar is what you make of it. All right, so the missions are player driven. You guys need to think outside the box, be creative. If we don't specifically say you cannot do this thing in our safety rules, do it. If you can think it, you can do it. Be creative, be cunning, be jerks, be greedy, and have fun with it.
All right, now, as for the objective, just like every other Jaguar, your main objective is going to be find the other team, kill the other team. But this time, we're throwing in a little bit of a twist. For Operation Jaguar IV, we're going to have actual in-game money that you can use for many things.
It's twist.
Basically going to dictate the game. Not only are we going to use it to determine the victors at the end, whoever has the most in their team's account, but it can be used by individual players to buy prizes, things such as gear, after the game.
Don't forget the services in-game from a possible mercenary company that might be operating in the area.
Now, this money's going to be found everywhere. It's going to be on dead players. It's going to be after completing missions. It's going to be, who knows, even maybe on your own teammates.
True. Now, after that, I want to cover the harsh terrain that we've got here out at Boca. Those of you who have been out there before or even seen videos, you probably noticed that it's pretty harsh out here. We're at a higher elevation. It's really wooded. There's a lot of steep inclines and low down ravines and little creeks, and it's crazy. It's a great AO. All right, but it's also massive. It's about 5 square miles last time we checked, and that means that you're going to want to bring out vehicles. All right, bring them out, use them, register them via our rules on how to do that, and use them. I mean, load them up with your squad and go on a mission and go freaking roll deep onto the other enemy.
Really makes a big difference in how much fun you can have.
We can't stress it enough, all right? But don't be that guy that brings out his car and then whines about it getting shot. Your cars are going to, if you register them to play, they're going to get shot, all right? Make sure it's a 4x4. These are dirt roads. Some of them are pretty nasty. Bring something that can actually manage the terrain.
All right, next thing we're going to bring up, one big change that we do have for Operation Jaguar IV is the nighttime gameplay. Now, before we did have dams that we would set up and we would do at night, but instead this year we're just going to continue the game directly into the night. Everything that you can do during the day, you can also do at night with only a few rule changes. The first one being, make sure you have a red chem light on you for if you're dead, if you're walking back, whatever. And we also highly suggest a flashlight. It's going to be dark out there.
Yeah, for sure. Under that, I'm also going to cover our camp rules. All right. iPro at all times, guys. I know it's simple. I know we say it every time. Everybody says it. But we cannot stress this enough. This is a 24-hour game. I don't care if you're in your tent, zipped up in your sleeping bag, completely knocked out cold. Wear your iPro, all right? There's been times when we've had role players and the enemy players unzip tents and snatch people out, all right? Make sure you're wearing your iPro. Anything can happen at any time. One of the biggest changes for our camp rules this year are fires. No fires, all right? We just can't have them. I know we've said that before, and they ended up happening for reasons for hypothermia and all that, but we really cannot do them this year, guys. I cannot stress that enough. Bring your sleeping bags. They are mandatory this year. That should be enough. Bring your layers. You guys are going out in vehicles, all right? Don't worry about bringing too much stuff. Last thing I'm going to cover for camp rules is accountability. If it's nighttime and you're going out on a mission, make sure you let your platoon sergeant or platoon commander know. They'll most likely be going with you anyway. But we need to know who's going and who's going where and at what time. Even if you're going out to take a piss or take a dump, let someone know. We don't need someone going missing again during the night. That's not fun, and will drag the game to a grinding halt. We want to avoid that. Just tell people where you're going. Battle buddy system.
All right, now one more change we're going to bring up really quick is the smoke grenades. And we only mention these because of how dry it is out here, how easy it is to start a fire. So what we're doing is no external flames, no external fuses, so really only cold smoke grenades. We do allow the Enola Gaze, those are approved, those are just fine, so if you have those, bring them out. Anything else though, you're going to need to ask for permission. We don't just start any wildfires. And on that as well, no smoke that is white or black. We don't want them thinking there's a forest fire either. That wouldn't be good as well.
Yeah. Don't need park rangers coming out here and shutting down our game. All right, guys, the last thing we're going to go over is our registration. Registration is currently open, so feel free to click on the link below in the description. That will take you to our announcement page, which will have directions on how to register and also provide a link for our rule book. Give that a read as well. Our fee this year, it's gone up a little bit. It's at $30. But this year, we've really stepped up our game on our props, as you can see with our fancy little bomb here and our money, which disappeared. I'm not sure where. But it also covers the ammo that we will be providing. In your registration, be sure you mention whether you want .25s or .3s. All right, don't worry about bringing out your own stuff. We provide it. If you want a different weight, like if you use 40s, whatever, bring it, turn it into game control, and we will get that into our supply chain. Don't worry, we're not going to be giving your ammo out to anybody else except for you, so don't worry about that. If you guys have any questions, before I even get into that, registration closes September 13th at 11:59 p.m. All right, at that point, that gives us about a week until the game starts for us to get our final plans out for our registered number. You can walk on the day of the game for an increase of $10, so it's going to be a $40 total. So if you miss out on the registration time frame, still come out, bring the money with you, try and bring cash, and we'll get you out there playing. If you guys have any questions, look us up on Task Force 775 on Facebook. Message us. That's the quickest way for us to get a response out to you for any questions or concerns.
Remember, Operation Jaguar 4, September 19th. We're Mike and Tyler. See you out there.
Bye, Tyler. That's a good one to do, son of a bitch.